Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with the System Rift DLC for Deus Ex Mankind Divided Blind. Now, I finally got to the server area of the Palisade Blade, but there is this heat sensor system in place, which... but it doesn't... Ah, okay. So I guess this is like a heat blocking thingamajig, because it has a symbol. Because I ducked under there previously, and I was a little bit surprised how it didn't protect me. But then I understood that obviously those defense measures do not work on site. They work on heat. So I guess I have to look for those. So am I like neutral in here? Let me test it. If I stand on it, is it also working? Yes. So that's like supremely stupid, isn't it? Like, why would you have it? Like, I understand it might be, this is probably not intended. This is probably like a pipe that's transferring gas or something. And when I'm standing on it, you know, the temperature of it and of me are roughly the same, so that's why the defenses cannot spot me. But why would you have it, exposed like this? Why would you facilitate the exact tactic I'm using, at this very moment? I really don't understand that, and I feel like it's awfully stupid, all things considered. Frick. Okay, that didn't exactly work, but I'm not sure. Okay, so how do I do it correctly? There is this part pipe over here that... Okay, so clearly either not quick enough, or it's not working as I think it does. Okay, but this, I don't think I can stand on it. It's more of along the lines of something that I can hide behind, unless it's based on proximity, which I guess would make more sense for this kind of heat sensor. Frick. So maybe I just need to get closer to this one. Like maybe if I'm close enough, it's not going to pick me up. I guess it's the moment of truth in just a second here. I might actually be out of range for this, which is kind of interesting. Okay. Getting things done. Right, the funicular. Unlock server chamber thingamajig. Okay, so how does it look? Oh, So the server chambers are on like elevated. Well, I am going to try and explore everything anyway. The other chambers if possible. But I have to keep track of the heat sources so that I can position myself in a correct spot to avoid detection. So how does the lower level look? there is some kind of a room here as well as here. So, there's also security right in the middle, but I think it's in a perfect place to be spotted, right? Oh, maybe it isn't. Interesting. Rating 3. You know what? I have a bajillion of well, bajillion. Not really, but enough multi-tools to not risk hacking it the regular way.
Running diagnostics check.
Because I can always craft more. I have a bajillion of the crafting parts. Yeah. I'll craft 3 more, and then I can, without feeling guilty, use the other one here, just to be sure that I don't botch it, you know. Okay, save. And now, this should make it considerably easier if I disable all of the turrets. Oh, I can also open the vault doors. Okay, so that's 3 of the vaults open, and this presumably gives me an access to a different set. Oh, it's actually the same. Interesting. Wait, tracking disable. So, did I enable it before? Or is it really a different set?
Running diagnostics check in sector 1.
I could have sworn I opened all of those. So are they different? I wasn't paying attention to the numbers. Oh, I guess it was different because it literally gave me an EXP bonus for fulfilling my objective. But now that the cameras are deactivated, it should be trivial enough to travel through here, pick up some supplies and all of that. Anything here? Nope. Yeah, because I don't think there are any actual human guards in this part of the facility. It's all, you know, it's all mechanical, mechanical security systems. Biocell, don't mind if I do. Movable. Which actually makes it a little bit trivial once you deactivate the cameras and the turrets, because it only leaves the bots to worry about, and I don't even see any of them, you know, in the vicinity. Oh, there is even an icon. I didn't notice that. There's even an icon next to on the HUD that indicates I am in a heated area that conceals me. Oh, how did it? Cool. Ah, because it's a. Is it moving? Is it a bot, or is it a? Because I could have sworn I deactivated the turret. Yeah, I think it is a bot. Okay, this is because I don't want to accidentally go to. I would like to explore the other chambers first, and then save the Santa one that is the main objective for last, actually. Okay, this is disabled.
11482. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Yeah, I think it was a drone. Is there anything worthwhile here? Biocell? Movable carton box, another biocell. Crafting parts. So I guess these are not yet the vaults, they are just some kind of maintenance rooms or something.
Air purification system is operating.
But still, I would like to explore it anyway, just because I might find... just because I might find something worthwhile in here. Now I don't really have a good way to deal. Is there a turret here? Or? Oh, I think it's on the upper level actually. Freak! Ah! Okay, I might be screwed. I wasn't expecting the lasers to move. But it seems they only do up to an extent. Like, I don't think they move into the middle, which seems like an obvious design flaw. But then, how would they make it? Because they have to leave a space for the door. So I guess I kind of understand it, but still. Okay, so I should be safe here. Slide to open. Wait, was I spot? How was I spotted? Huh. How do they? I thought they didn't pass through here. They clearly do. Well, I guess I was wrong. Control server. But if I stand next to this, the turret won't be able to spot me, right? Holographic display table. Picus. So is this Picus's vault or? Because I'm not sure what that is. That's just the Palisade logo thing. And the Picus group logo above it, which I'm not sure what I'm supposed to take from that. Like, what does it even indicate? I'm not quite sure, but I think I've kind of explored this part, so that leaves this and this on the lower level, and I guess also this. I think I raised the general alarm, which might be a problem with the bots.
Water temperature fluctuation is within acceptable.
Are the bots attacking?
Diagnostic
I don't see them. Well, I guess they are patrolling. Freak! Okay, so it's kind of interesting how sure, intruder detected. Damn it, I think I'm screwed actually, or at least very close to being screwed, because there's literally a bunch of turrets here, which I don't have any good way to avoid. Control server room. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But what am I even doing here? Like, I don't see any obvious items I could interact with here. Salto Entertainment and Technology. Again, it's just some kind of a hologram, which doesn't really tell me anything. Like, I don't understand the significance of it, which makes me feel a little bit cheated. Like, I was expecting something cool to be here. Well, I might be pretty screwed on this front. But funnily enough, the bot itself, you know, the drone, does not seem to be directly alerted yet. And if I understand it correctly, if I'm going to stand near this, then it's never going to see me, because it's not looking for visual confirmation, it's looking for heat signatures, which I guess it's kind of cool. It's a cool mutation of the whole concept of sneaking, because, you know, it works a little bit different than you're used. Oh, freak. Okay, unauthorized heat signature detected, but it didn't. It doesn't look like it raised a general alert. Well, it kind of did, but the other bots are not colored differently, and they are not actively like looking for me, so that's kind of weird. But if this is also going to only contain a weird thingamajig hologram, then I'm going to be... Okay, I can't... Unless there's a breaker somewhere inside. then I can't really... you know, get around this. And to be honest, I have a feeling... No, it's going to shoot me, right? Okay, I thought I was hidden, but again, there's only this lousy hologram here. Okay, I guess it's not decreasing, but it's also... I also don't think it's increasing, so it's kind of weird. I don't have any way of actually hiding from it, I don't think. Which... But as far as I know, there's literally nothing here apart from this weird hologram, which I don't think even gives me anything. I also don't see a way to disable this turret. Although, I guess I could shoot... Frick. I guess I could shoot it with this, which would temporarily disable it at the very least. Long enough for me to look at this. Striner Grislow Industries. Again, it just gives me some... the Palisade thingy-majig logo building, and then this strange hologram. I don't understand it, and it kind of annoys me twofold, because first of all it annoys me because it isn't anything particularly interesting, but it also annoys me because I simply don't understand what's the purpose of it in game. Like, what am I supposed to even gain from that? Presumably it's the same here, right? That all you get from getting inside this area is some lousy hologram. Tarvos security. Yeah, that's pretty annoying, all things considered. Maybe I'll be able to do something with it later, as a side object. Frick. Why didn't it raise the alarm if I was standing by the wrong one? It seems to be stuck on suspicious. Okay, but I checked all this level apart from this. It does seem important, so I am going to try and investigate that. Okay, so I would have to go this way. I guess this goes to the upper level, which I don't really need to go now, because I still want to check this part. It seems like it would be an important place. And it's locked with the use of the card, so I should be able to... Oh, authorized passport. So I guess I'm not getting in there for now. What I am, I guess, doing is finally getting up. Now, let me check my objective log so that I don't accidentally stumble. Insert. Okay, so I need to actively insert it, so I'm going to know that I'm doing that. Inspect chamber. Okay, this is optional, but still, I think I'm going to go sideways and actually go explore all of this first, just because this is optional, just to be sure that I don't accidentally progress too far with the main quest. before exploring everything I can. Huh. How did it... Is it because it was already suspicious? I feel like death is a preferable alternative to fighting all of them, because I don't have... To be honest, I don't have a good way to stop them, but I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why or how it even saw me, because I was pretty sure I was near the thingamajig, heated plate or whatever, pipes, while it was looking at me. So, what gives? Okay. Now, if I leave this area, will it notice me? I guess the answer is yes. Okay, let me assign this and this. So maybe I can still kind of survive that, because it seems they get confused if I hide near the pipes, which makes total sense, seeing, you know, the method they are operating by. Frick. But still, I'm not sure how that works. Is it because they were suspicious that they literally spotted me, like, in a second? I guess I have to wait for them to go a little bit further away until I try to move. Okay, this might be good enough. Okay, I disabled the cameras, and this is 209. It's filled with gas, which is problematic, but I feel like there should be another way of dealing with it. There usually is. Freak. Explorer. How much for the rebreather? I think it's actually 2. Yeah. Well, but there should be a different way, or like a way to drain it, because, you know, there usually is in Deus Ex. You're rarely locked into a single way of fulfilling a given objective. I guess I can try overloading my my health, and then just run. Maybe there's like a valve I can... Okay, it was difficult to even see anything with the gas, but I didn't notice any valve or switch, so presumably maybe there's a way somewhere else to disable the defenses, because obviously I doubt the game would lock you from checking that objective unless you had a very specific AUG, because... Frick, was I spotted or... Yes, I was, but what am I getting shot at by? Not sure. I guess it was the turret, after all. Okay, this is full of bullshit again. And I'm not sure if the drones are going to follow me inside, or are they going to calm down in the meantime. More lasers. Okay, this is some concentrated bullshit right here. And I have a feeling that all this is going to give me is another one of those... Yeah, this is literally a hologram with the name VersaLife on it. Like, what am I supposed to even gain from that? How is that helpful in any way? And how is that interesting? What does it give me from like a story perspective? Because I feel like it's nothing, and it kind of annoys me. I'm not going to lie. But maybe there's going to be something else I can do with it later. But that still leaves, and that's a pretty big but. Oh, well, I guess this just disables the electricity. But I guess I wasn't paying attention. Maybe there's the same sort of box in the other one that could let me disable the gas. Well, I guess I will look for that, because obviously I do want to solve the side quest, and as I said multiple times already, I feel like it's really unlikely that you would be locked from completing the side quest unless you had one very specific org, because that's just not how this game rolls. You know, it likes to offer you multiple ways of achieving your objective. So the question is, yeah, right, exactly. Okay, great. I'm not sure how I didn't see that previously. Okay, what was that? It's closing in, so I don't see. If it was the drone, shouldn't it be like clearly visible flying around here? Or did it actually like see me through a window or something? Huh. Weird. But okay. Okay, I'm kind of confused about what's happening now. I'm also confused about what I'm doing. Like, I am supposed to quote-unquote inspect this vault, and I'm doing that, and I'm not finding anything particularly fascinating. What does the objective say exactly? Inspect saver chamber. According to an email, Simona Saridakis was killed while running maintenance. Maybe more information at the scene. Death occurred long ago, so any traces have probably been wiped clean. But if they were, then they wouldn't have given me the objective after all. I don't think, because that would be pretty pointless. So... there's a pocket secretary. Let me read that. Urgent message. I mean, unsent message. No more secrets. Nico, I'm sorry about this morning. I found something at work. It's really stressing me out, and I took it out on you. Found a bug in the system created that is temporarily moving all of our clients' new data to BLIND mainframe. I don't know what that is, but Oshiro seems to have a lot on his mind since I reported it to him. I will tell you all about it tonight over dinner. I'm tired keeping my work life a secret between us. I will head home as soon as I'm done looking into the maintenance issue that Oshiro assigned me. The issue is in chamber. Wasn't that the address of our first? And she was killed in the middle of writing this message, which I assume, because first of all, that all but confirms that they actually killed her. It wasn't an accident, but also all of our client data to Blade mainframe. So what I assume that means is that the CEO of the bank and Oshiro, the head of security, they are accessing their clients' files, which is obviously a big no-no in this line of work. And she reported it, even though she herself didn't know what that means. She reported it, so they killed her to cover it up.
I got a bad feeling about this, Pritchard. According to an email I just found, Masaki Oshiro ordered Saridakis to run maintenance in the chamber that killed her.
Yeah.
ShadowChild was right, Ben. There is a lot going on inside that bank. Finish the mission and we'll see what we can do about it.
Okay, so I think I'm ready to go into the Santo vault on the other side. Okay, I have to wait for it to calm down, because if it's in the suspicious mode, it's going to straight up shoot me if I get away from the heat source.
Harmless anomalous state. Return to general control mode.
Actually, if I had known about this feature from the beginning, then I probably shouldn't have taken the cloak in the first place. But oh well.
Alert. Unauthorized heat signature.
How did they see me as fast? I didn't see the progress bar, so I'm kind of confused on that point, to be entirely honest. But then, target lost. I find it a little bit hilarious, actually, the way it works. Like, it's kind of cool, but also kind of hilarious. Like, you'd think they would program it to have both the heat sensors and regular vision, but obviously then it would be ridiculously hard from the gameplay standpoint. But at the very least, they could try to explain, like in game, why it's impossible. No, maybe the bots can't handle that amount of software or something. Like, I really feel like they should at least try to explain that, because it doesn't make a lot of sense in universe, if you ask me. But I'm really close to my objective, so I think I should be able to just go past here. Okay, a lot of lasers. This is another one of those displays, and again, it just gives me, like, I broke into the world's most secure data bank, and all it got me was this lousy hologram, which doesn't even really tell me anything. Like, it's pretty worthless. Okay, but before I insert that, I'm kind of interested to see what's in here. So is it simply... it seems to be simply a different way of accessing this place, because it's almost like a landing pad for the drones or something. I don't think it's even connected to any stairs. So overall, pretty weird. Freak.
Unauthorized heat signature detected.
Okay, that's annoying. But curiously enough, it didn't really alert the bots. It only seems to have alerted the turret. Which again seems like a security flaw to me, but what do I know? You really feel like I have to wait, because if I step into the other room, the turret will first of all actually shoot me, and second, if I insert the card, if the alarm is raised at that very moment, it might very well interrupt Pritchard, which will lead to him getting discovered. Okay, reset. So, let's save this and try this again. Okay, that was poorly done, all things considered, but I didn't get spotted yet. And I should be able, there's like the heat pipes right over Freak!
Unauthorized
Really?
signature detected.
Is it really going to shoot me? Oh, it doesn't. It literally doesn't see me. That's kind of hilarious. Na 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 na. Humans rule, robots rule. I'm kind of also almost tempted to check if it still works if I jump, but I'm better not tempted. Okay. Now.
Okay, Pritchard. The passport's plugged into Santos' server. You getting anything?
Hang on. I'm accessing the file. It's empty. I mean, the data was here, but it's been moved. Looks like to some kind of mainframe.
Is Palisade stealing Santos' files?
Yeah,
We
right.
need to find that mainframe. The data's being sent there through a private workstation. Masaki Oshiro's. The transfer is using micro connections, so it must be near you. Find it, and you'll find the mainframe.
It'll probably require a higher security clearance.
I'll upgrade the passport while I'm linked to it. Just give me a second, then you can remove it. Okay, Jensen. I'm out.
Okay, so can I take it away? Level 10 passport. Yeah, so I guess this is going to give me access to here, right? Okay, so it isn't even that far, because the only thing I need to go is to go down, and it's literally right next to here. Also conveniently with one of those heat pipes nearby. Okay, some stickers in Czech, which do not really tell me much. Okay, anything else interesting here? Throwable. Voice recognition panel.
Voice recognition is ready.
Okay, obviously it's not going to work without, yeah, search for a sample of the CTO's voice. Okay, there's a pocket secretary, maybe I can...
Calm down. I can see the headlight. Masaki Oshiro and his life's work now worthless. Dowd knew everything. He even knew details about Saridakis' death.
I think Stanton made a lucky guess and your reaction sealed it. It doesn't matter. We're on their radar now. That's what matters. Not some dead body.
But they want complete access to everyone's files. We only look at client files when we make investments. Adding the people that Dowd represents to our insider trading scheme doesn't make it safe.
Just think of what we will get in return from them.
You're missing the point, Ashani. They'd have total access.
Are you still recording? I swear, I don't understand why you insist on...
Okay, so I can use that. But also, it was talking about how the Illuminati want access to everything, which, if you ask me, is a totally bonkers and bad idea. But let me... Actually, I have so many of those at this point, and I might actually just do this and be done with it. Masaki Oshiro, hacker report. Top 10 hackers still at large. ShadowChild, unaffiliated. Janus, the collective. Elliot, Castle Freaks. Pervisoid. Swellingtown, the collective. House. Flophouse? What? Flophouse. House cat. Okay, I'm not going even to I'm not even going to try. Baba Yaga, unaffiliated, origin unknown, which is the guy working at their front desk. Hacker group is being dismantled, have been identified. Activity among the remaining numbers decreased severely. First report to not have this group member in top 10. New group, Castle Freaks. From the ashes of this group, I assure you I have no connection to Baba Yaga 50, Antonian Baba. That's kind of hilarious. How they assumed it's him because of the name. You will pay. This is about the death of Saridakis, and this is from her husband. When I confronted you outside your mansion, I saw the look in your eyes. I can read people. You lied to my face. You stuttered like a man carrying guilt. I will not accept any of the money you're throwing at me. I don't need it. Even though you took my Simona, my business brings me more than enough to live good life. Justice is coming for you. Evil people like you try to outrun justice and pay it off, but one day I know it will get you, and it will hit you so hard you will wish you were dead too. I wish an incurable disease on you. May the name Saridakis hunt you for the rest of your days. Suspicious actions. Masaki, 3 employees created a workaround for the firewall stream to stream a sporting event. Written warning issued. 1 employee used a foreign memory stick, claimed it was a mistake, did not contain malicious software. 0 attempts to access an unauthorized server chamber. Okay. So now I finally have a recording to play to this.
Voice recognition is ready.
Yeah, we use recording.
Masaki Oshiro.
Voice analysis in progress. Voice recognition confirmed. Welcome, Mr. Oshiro.
Pritchard, Oshiro, and Talwar have been engaging in insider trading. That's why data's being moved. I think Simona Saridakis caught on to them.
And they killed her to shut her up?
The recording I found mentioned a Stanton Dowd who might also be involved.
Get me connected to the mainframe. Maybe I can find out more when I'm inside.
Okay, did he really say his name out loud in that recording? Okay, I guess he did. Okay. Oh, it's the NSN mainframe. Server chamber terminal. Let me... Okay, I can't do anything with it now, but I'm assuming I'm going to right after Pritchard does whatever he wants to do.
Pritchard, what's it looking like on your end?
We were right. Santos' files are here. I'm gonna extract what I need. Shit. Shit. Jensen, I've been spotted. The AI core is cutting off my communications.
Pritchard?
Tash trapped, Jensen. I can't get to the exit. ShadowChild. She may be...
Foreign virus detected. Destroying source.
Oh, shit.
Well, so much for the card. But how would accessing the NSN...
Child, I've got a situation. I lost contact with Nuclear Snake in the NSN, and the Blade security system fried the passport.
What? That's bad. Very, very bad. Without the passport signal, our friend's avatar has no way out of the NSN. They'll be able to use its signature to pinpoint his location.
Is there something I can do? There's an NSN chair here connected to the mainframe.
Really? Yes. I might be able to open a gateway for him if I hack into the Palisades network using your infolink frequency.
You can do that?
I might be the only hacker in history who can, but now is not the time for bragging. Just sit in the chair and I'll do the rest.
Well, it's not like I have much of a choice. So, simulation startup load. Okay, I'm not sure what's that about. Let's do it.
ShadowChild, I'm in. I don't have eyes on Nuclear Snake's avatar.
This is incredible. Mr. Jensen, the Palisade's mainframe is unlike any NSN server I've seen before. Sorry. Okay. From what I can tell, you're in a partition of the mainframe server. I see traces of 2 avatars in the code. The other one must be our friend.
Okay. To be honest, I wasn't that big of a fan of this segment in the main game. Like, it was cool enough, I guess, in how different it was, but it was also kind of pointless and boring. So, which way am I going? I don't have the map. Ah, right, those are like the data towers or something, right? I feel like I shouldn't have done that, but I did, so there's no going back now. Wait, there's someone there.
I see him, ShadowChild. His avatar is out of reach. It doesn't seem like I can communicate with him.
That's because the Palisade's virtual defense systems are interfering with his connections. If you extract the program from the data towers in this server, it should disable the system's hold on him.
Sounds easy enough.
I took the liberty of applying a few augments to your avatar that may come in handy. In the meantime, I'll work on opening a gateway for him to use as an exit point.
So presumably I got the remote hacking, which I also had in the other NSN segment in the main game, even though I didn't have it. Okay, so I have the super duper secret vision. Oh, interesting. Can I actually cross that? Yes, I can. That's pretty cool. And this is the data tower.
The mainframe's defense system is the toughest I've ever encountered. The AI core is adapting and fighting back every attempt I make to open a gateway.
Keep at it. I'm still working on extracting the data from these towers.
I feel like I maybe shouldn't have gone here, because there was another way to go earlier, and there might have been another tower there, but you know, worst case scenario, I can always backtrack a little bit. Okay, but I don't think I can reach the other side, even with that activated. There's too large of a gap, so let me investigate this in the meantime. Okay, so this goes from up here, locked door. Can't really do anything with that. Wireless control box. Okay, didn't notice that. Freak. Okay, but what does it do? It's moving, but how does that help me? Unless I can jump on it, maybe? Like jump onto here first and then... Okay, that didn't exactly work, but it seems that's what it's used for, right? Because what could be the other purpose of that? I might have just mistimed the jump, but I also feel like it might be running out, so let's breach that again. Oh, frick! I probably shouldn't have done that. I want the access to the box, so I guess it's cool that it replenished apparently. Frick, I can't really access it. I guess what I need to do is make it drop it when it's, you know, above ground. So for example, somewhere along the lines of here. Wait, no, it still didn't help me in the slightest. So I'm kind of confused because I couldn't interact with it. I guess my depth perception is wrong, but I couldn't interact with it while it was literally flying over this part. Yeah, it's like getting disabled, and I don't think I can jump onto it like I tried already once before. I guess let's check the other thingamajigs here. Okay, so this just goes back here where I... wait, this is a different... Is it a different part? I think it is. Or is it? No, it is... How can I make it such a quick circle? Are those two places looking identical? Well, I guess they are. So I might be going in circles here. Okay, this didn't really work. Does it even go over land here? I don't think it does. Yeah, and if it's going to drop into the nothingness, so maybe I can catch it, like if it's close enough, or maybe... Okay, I guess that was a good idea, just not a good execution of that idea. But even then, I'm not sure if I could jump to there, but clearly I have to do something with this. Okay, that's bad timing on my part. Okay, so I guess it somehow completed the rest of the bridge, which I'm not even questioning how it works. I don't think there's any actual logic to that.
This isn't working, Mr. Jensen. The Blade's AI core is thinking too fast, preventing me from creating a stable gateway into the mainframe.
We need another way then.
And I may have one. I can create a hole in the outer defenses and invite a few of my Ripper friends to attack the client servers at the same time.
Cause a distraction elsewhere and the AI looks away from the mainframe. Smart.
I should warn you. Nuclear Snake will not be happy about it.
He doesn't get a vote. Do it.
Okay.
Doesn't get a vote. Okay, so this is a partial bridge, and I guess this is a data cube, which again I presumably need to drop into this thingamajig here. But at least it has a really short path, so presumably it's going to be a little bit easier. Frick. A little bit easier, he says, as he fails miserably to do it. What I meant is, it's not necessarily easier, but it just, you don't have to, for fuck's sake, you don't have to wait as long to retry once you fail. Okay, I'm not sure how that helps me, but presumably it has to do something, right? There's a literal virtual vent. Sure, that makes all kinds of sense. That's exactly how servers work. You know, they have vents in them for you to crawl into. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of platforming in a game such as this, but oh well. Is there a button on this? Doesn't look like it. But if there isn't, then what's the point? Why did I even get to here? Huh. Okay, I'm kind of a little bit confused. Because I was here, like I literally came first from there and then dropped here. And then gone into a vent. Yeah, a vent right here that brought me up there, I think. So, what am I doing here? Like, this looks like a possible location for a vent, but the vent simply isn't there, and there is no button here or anything like that. At least not to my knowledge. So, what gives? Yeah, I seriously doubt this goes far enough for me to jump across, but I guess I have to try. Yeah, I didn't think so. Wait, how didn't I? I guess it... Man, I guess it was straight up invisible in the smart vision, but visible in the regular vision, which is a little bit weird, if you ask me, but... Okay, can I survive dropping from here? Because it's going to be quicker this way, right? Although, how did I originally get in here? Because I need to go back somewhere. I mean, somehow. Okay, that didn't help me at all, actually, because this... I think I need to jump down from one of the moving platforms. Because I think, yeah, they literally go over the main bridge. I just hope the fall damage is not a thing in this, you know, server thingamajig. Yeah, I guess it isn't.
Sure as hell hope that's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Well, this look is an improvement, that's for sure. If it isn't obvious by now, our covert mission is screwed. Every Ripper in the world is probably attacking the Blade servers as we speak.
Time and options were not on our side. Did you find what we were looking for?
Hopefully. I'll know after I start analyzing the files back in the real world. Let's discuss the situation when we're safely out.
Okay, exit the NSN.
ShadowChild, nuclear snake is out. ShadowChild? Damn it.
Well, I guess I'm supposed to just leave, right? Although, funnily enough, I still can't access my inventory or my quest log, and the UI is weird and screwed, so... And I don't have access to any other orcs, so am I still... Like, is it like an Inception kind of thing? Am I still... Yeah, right, because this goes... Okay, that's kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. Like, I'm trapped in a virtual reality that pretends to be the real reality, which is cool and interesting. Masaki Yoshiro locked. Okay, so I don't have... So obviously there has to be some weak point to that, because otherwise... this goes back to the NSN machine. Interesting. Okay, I really don't think I should be entering it, but on the other hand, I also don't think I have any choice.
There you are, Mr. Jensen. I lost connection with you for a moment. Are you out of the NSN yet?
Yes, and so is Nuclear Snake.
Good. I've been working on an escape option for you. There is a maintenance hatch on the underside of the blade. It's a quick exit, but also a long drop to the river.
It's that or I leave the way I came in. Fight or fall, I guess.
Exactly. Get to your apartment. There are things we need to discuss. ShadowChild? you and I also need to talk. Privately.
Okay, Nukes. The mainframe door is open, Mr. Jensen. I'll keep working on getting that exterior hatch unlocked.
Thanks.
Now, ShadowChild.
Okay, first of all, I'm not sure if I'm out of the NSN, to be honest. You know, after all that has happened. But also... Okay, access hatch. Okay, so I guess I need to go back here, where I came from originally. But also, I should end the episode by all accounts, but I also feel like the ending of the whole DLC is really close. And I wouldn't want to, you know, the next episode to be like 10 minutes or something. Something ridiculous like that. So, I think I'm going to play for a little bit more. Okay, that's potentially problematic, but then again, the bots aren't really the best optimized, because as long as I stand next to this hot pipe, they are going to, threat lost. They're going to be all confused and weird about it. So I guess this one will be a little bit longer. Unless I don't finish in the next 20 or so minutes, in which case... Because I really feel... Do I have anything else on my itinerary? Nope. Escape the blade. Frick. Okay, that's a problem.
The exterior hatch is unlocked. Buona fortuna, Mr. Jensen.
I appreciate your help, but how are you still connected to the Blade systems?
Just be thankful that I am. And get out while you still can, my friend.
Okay, that's kind of hilarious. Whoa. Okay, I guess this one noticed me because I was directly touching it. So I guess time for, you know, subtlety has passed. I'm just going to run. Because the bots can't climb stairs. Like, if Robocop has taught us anything, is that thing exactly, that those kinds of bots are pretty useless when stairs are involved. Okay, the alarm has been raised anyway, so it doesn't really matter now. Okay, and I should be exiting the thingamajig.
Jensen, have you gotten out of the blade yet?
Still working on it.
I don't understand why you're jeopardizing everything by taking your time.
I need to focus, Pritchard. I'll contact you when I'm back home.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure where the exit hatch is. That's a nice view while riding the funicular. But I assume it's somewhere lower because I didn't see anything up there. And I guess if I wasn't supposed to go back down, it probably wouldn't have given me the option at this point, because I very much feel like this is... so this is loading zone, Nakwadachi zona. I feel like this is pretty much the ending stretch of the whole DLC, but where did she say it was? The exit hatch? If she can get the blade's exterior maintenance hatch open. What? Where would exterior maintenance? But if I get to the exterior, then I'm pretty much out anyway. So I don't understand what that means. Like, exterior means outside, right? So I am kind of confused, I have to admit. Huh. It isn't showing on my... Okay, I'm definitely confused here. There are guards in the way as well, and bots and everything. Like, do I really need to get back here? That seems weird. If that's the case, then what is even the point of the access hatch? Like, clearly it seems to me it should expedite my retreat, but I'm not sure where it is, because it doesn't show here. And it doesn't really even tell me. You know? Exterior maintenance hatch. I don't get it. I guess I'm going down the stairs. And presumably leaving through the same... Can I get into the elevator and go down? Palisade. Prick, that's a major... Somebody has seen me. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's a major lag spike. I'm not sure what's the deal with that. Okay, so this only goes up, which is worthless to me. I guess this set of stairs is the elevator that goes down. But this is also connected to like the maintenance tunnels, which, if I remember correctly, they actually contain a pretty significant drop. Now at this point, I don't think it really matters, so I might take the Icarus landing and just drop here. Frick, it's a literal turret right there. It's currently trying to kill me. Okay, but that was a mistake, presumably? Because I'm not sure if there's a way for me to... First of all, let me reapply that just in case. But I don't think there's a way for me to get out of this situation. Like, I could possibly jump in here, and I think I can get out from here, because I'm in here. I really should have paid more attention to what she said, but I didn't understand. Like, exterior hatch seems to imply that it is actually on the outside, which I don't understand. Hopefully I can still use the elevator here, because if not, then to be honest, I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, I alerted everyone in the building, which is which is kind of ridiculous, but also kind of really my style when it comes to those things. Now, does the elevator still work? Because I'm not sure, to be honest. It's taking an awfully long time to even arrive. And there is nothing on my objectives, and this doesn't really show. But I can get back to the lobby, so I guess whatever way I was supposed to take out...
Mr. Jensen, did you survive?
I'm fine.
I had to leave my place for a while in case they track me down. I'll meet you at your apartment to say goodbye in person, if that's okay with you.
How do you know where I live?
I've been hacking since I was 6. Finding out where someone sleeps isn't hard. We meet again, Mr. Jensen.
I see you made yourself at home.
You let yourself into my place, I let myself into yours. You know, you can tell a lot about a person by how clean they keep their home when they are not expecting visitors. I wonder what the police will think of mine.
You're sure they traced you then?
It's only a matter of time. What we accomplished tonight, punching through the Palisade's defenses. The breach is going to help us expose everyone's dirty little secrets.
The breach? You mean you didn't close the hole you made?
Why would I? Besides, it's not possible. Word of what we did is spreading through the darknet like wildfire. Rippers will be attacking the Palisade servers day and night to get at the truth. This is a good thing, Mr. Jensen. It's what we wanted.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like there is possibly some middle ground to be had here, because obviously, technically speaking, it's all majorly illegal and potentially unethical to be breaking in to all of those vaults. But I do recognize that in the scope of this universe, especially, there are a lot of shady corporations doing actual horrible stuff, experimenting on people, war crimes, whatever. And maybe they do need to be exposed. So I think a middle ground is reasonable in this case.
Really? If Rippers start hacking into the personal accounts of innocent individuals, invading people's privacy, then where does that leave us?
That's a line real Rippers will never cross. We only target the people and companies who abuse the masses.
And how will you know for certain who those people are? You can't. Unless you invade their right to privacy and become like them.
Privacy stopped being a right back when everyone started using free email accounts and smartphones. Look, I could go on a 2-hour rant about this subject, but I'm going to stop there. What's done is done.
Can't argue with that. Tell me something. Now that you don't have an apartment anymore, what's next?
My partner and I are debating. We're either moving to California wine country or Argentina. One thing is for sure though, ShadowChild's time in Europe is over. And now I must go. Nuclear Snake is very upset about the breach. I think I will be mending fences with him for a long time. How do you tell someone like that they need therapy?
You don't.
Ciao, Mr. Jensen.
Ciao.
Well, it looks like you and I made it out cleanly, Jensen. The authorities haven't identified us.
ShadowChild might not be so lucky. She's leaving town.
Between you and me, I think she wanted things to trace back to her. There were other options. This was supposed to be a small investigation into Santo. Instead, thanks to her, we're responsible for the Woodstock of hacking.
She helped get you out. Regardless, you forgetting what we found out in there?
That Oshiro and Talwar murdered Simona Saridakis to keep their elaborate insider trading scheme from going public?
And that this Stanton Dowd person is blackmailing them to get access to every client's files. Did you find anything on him?
Only that there isn't much to go on. He's an old money trillionaire who's more skilled at breaking even than he is at making a profit.
There must be more, Pritchard. Oshiro seemed especially concerned about the people Dowd represents.
If you want me to, I'll keep digging. But right now, we're sitting on an open and shut case against the bank's founders.
Except we can't release the evidence ourselves because we obtained it illegally.
Precisely. So what do you think we should do about it?
Destroy it is stupid, because the darknet, I feel, like, it is this whole, social movement, grassroots movement is a nice idea, but I feel like it would attract a lot of pretty crazy people in itself. So, again, but what about the lawyer? Like Pritchard just said, we can't release the evidence because we've obtained it illegally, but I guess this is some kind of a middle ground. This I'm not okay with at all, because it makes everything pointless. This I feel is potentially too risky, kind of. But then, what kind of problems could that cause, really? Like, I really feel like people should, in the end, know that it happened and that they killed a person to keep their secrets. But I feel like it might be a little bit irresponsible to go about by just releasing it into the public. But then again, who am I to really judge that? Like, am I some kind of an omniscient god of truth to decide? Like, maybe it's something akin to how WikiLeaks works, you know, when they dump all of stuff there and they just assume that someone somewhere is going to do the right thing with it, but maybe not. Because this seems kind of ineffective. Like, what could a lawyer do? Screw it. Let's give him a chance.
Let's release what we have on the darknet. The world needs to know that the Palisade Bank is a sham. Maybe the investigation will take on a life of its own.
Once rippers like ShadowChild get a hold of it, it probably will.
That may be Simona Saridakis' best chance for justice.
If you say so.
What about you and your client? Did you find anything incriminating in Santos' files?
I'm still analyzing them. So far, their plans for Rabia look legitimate. The timetable seems very aggressive, though.
It has to be. If the Human Restoration Act passes, a lot of augmented people will have no choice but to move there.
That could be good or bad, depending. I hope it doesn't come to that, Jensen. For any of us.
Me neither. Well, as enjoyable as this little escapade of yours has been, I need to
get back to that moody loner thing you do so well. I understand completely. Besides, I have a report to file with my client.
Is he going to say thank you?
You know, Jensen, this may be the last time we ever work together. Assuming, of course, you don't get yourself half killed, saving the world again, and call on me to
Goodbye, Francis.
Okay, I guess not.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, that's both kind of sweet and kind of like ridiculous, because you get the feeling that he wanted to say it to his face, but he couldn't because he felt embarrassed. So like he wanted like to display the sentiment, but he couldn't out loud, so he said it sort of to himself once he's already disconnected, which I find it's awfully tsundere. You know, he would like to say that, but he couldn't. I really want to appreciate the gesture, but I also feel like the gesture is kind of hollow because the other person doesn't know that. Like, you should try your best, even if your friend is difficult, even if they are, you know, harsh with you. If you appreciate them, if there are people in your life that you appreciate, I really feel like you should make a conscious effort to occasionally, you know, remind them of it, out loud, you know, actually say, I like you, I like that you are in my life, I like spending time with you. I actually have a very similar friend to Pritchard, he's a very harsh, you know, snarky kind of guy. Because I'm not at all like Jensen, I'm pretty emotional, especially for a guy. So whenever I get really emotional, my friend is like rebuking me, because you know, he's telling me something along the lines of, obviously it's in Polish, so it's not a direct translation, but something along the lines of stop with your bullshit, which might sound really harsh, but it isn't, because it all depends on the context and on the way you say it. And there's actually been one really kind of heartwarming situation when I said something that I thought might have been hurtful to him. So I was, you know, trying to apologize. I was trying to explain myself. I was producing this wall of text, you know, trying to make sure that I didn't do something wrong and I didn't hurt him. And then he said, he used, again, it's not an exact translation because it was in Polish, but he used this sort of his trademark response of stop with your bullshit. And I just find it so heartwarming in the end. So again, my point kind of stands. I really would prefer if Jensen, I know it's difficult because he's a very, very different person to me, but I would really prefer if he said it out loud to Pritchard, and
Criminals may have achieved the impossible in Prague earlier this week. A break-in at the most secure data archiving facility in the world. Eyewitness reports of suspicious activity outside one of the Palisade Bank Corporation's iconic Blade facilities have been fueling rumors that a break-in occurred. In related news, unauthenticated documents have begun circulating on underground websites, suggesting that the Palisade Bank founders, Ashani Talwar and Masaki Oshiro, are involved in an insider trading operation. Both are currently out of the country, but have scheduled a press conference in the coming days. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
okay, so getting back to my point, if you have any Pritchards in your life, I really recommend that you, despite their difficulties, of getting along with them, if you do appreciate them, I do recommend that you tell them, not to an empty room, not after you've already disconnected, but simply, maybe do it right before you end the talk. If you feel it's going to be awkward, you can always allow both of you to have some time to cool off, but I really feel it's important. But back to the DLC, I kind of loved it, especially compared to the first one. The Desperate Measures was meh, like in a major way, whereas this is pretty good, pretty great, and I feel like it's mostly because of Pritchard. Like, the actual contents were okay as well. The murder mystery with the woman getting killed and the Illuminati being involved at the end was okay. But I feel like Pritchard really made it. Like, I love the relationship he has with Jensen. I love their banter. I love even down to the voice acting itself of the Pritchard character. So yeah, it was a pretty great DLC. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I played it. And if the last one is going to be better than this one, then it's going to be pretty superb indeed, because even this I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm glad I played it. So I'm going to let the credits play in their entirety, but I think they are already done. So with that being said, I'm just going to see if there's anything else, and if not, then that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.